Saint, today I'm here in Temple. I'm going to be doing a class tutorial with you guys, and the class today is PaladinSlayer. Without further ado, let's get into this. I believe PaladinSlayer came, correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, 2011 for the Chaos and Doom mod packs for the AQW world game. That anything goes card game, I believe, but this is continuing on to the stat build. This is a hybrid build with a warrior-based mana regeneration. As you see, equivalent attack and spell power at full luck, like I am right now. Equivalent base strength and intellect, and equivalent base endurance and dexterity. Alrighty, guys, with the warrior-based mana regeneration, it gains mana from hitting and being hit in combat. So let me show you the class armor, and this used to be one of my favorite class armors. Matonish did an awesome job with it. It just spells PaladinSlayer just by the droopy, dull, and dready look of it. It's just awesome. I give him total props for this. So let's proceed on to the skills. Alright, your first skill is just your auto attack, 100% weapon damage, top to our adventurers. Nothing really special about the skill. So no need to go into further description for it. Let's talk about the first skill. Decay cannot heal, 12 mana, 4-second cooldown, physical magical skill, and the range is close. This does 100% weapon damage plus magical damage. And this is where the decay effect, this is the root of the decaying effect from all the other newer classes. This is where it came from. It negates their heal when decay cannot heal. It basically says what its effect is. You cannot heal while the effect is up. It stacks to 4, I believe. Let me make sure. No, it stacks to 5, excuse me. So 100% weapon damage plus magical damage. Very similar to Ninja Shadowblade that does moderate damage plus magical damage. But it stacks to 5. It first applies decay, preventing them from healing, then applies a more gruesome DOT. I mean, I only hit a 15 DOT, but with the buffs and the debuffs on the opponent, that could be something truly menacing if you know how to conserve your mana and just keep the stacks alive or whatnot. Alright, let's talk about the second skill. Dark Energy, 15 mana, 7-second cooldown, a magical skill, and the range is close. This is your damage dealer on this class. One thing about this skill, he just dodged it, excuse me. No matter what your weapon range is, it will always hit the same amount of damage. Very similar to Cryomancer's Flash Freeze and Archfiend's Finger Strike. Let me see if I can hit it right here. 622 non-crit. That's going to hit about a 2k crit, I believe. Let me see if I can crit it real fast. 622 again. So it's 7 seconds. It seems a lot, but it's really not. You can hit it pretty fast. So there, 2k right there off the back, critting. So it's a really good damage skill. With the buffs and the debuffs, this thing can actually hit very hard, and this would be actually a low second cooldown nuke that is also ranged. Alright, let's talk about the third skill, Dark Grip. 35 mana, 15-second cooldown, magical skill, and the range is far. This is basically a debuff on the opponent. I believe it lowers their damage resistance by 35% or 25%, and it lowers the haste by a lower amount by 20 to 15%. But this skill never misses, and it hits from afar, as you see right there. So their damage source is raised, allowing me to hit harder and harder. As you see, I hit a little bit harder than usual. It added about, I'll say about 40 more damage into that crit. So it's going to do about 20%, 25% damage, raise the damage that they receive off the buff, and also lowers their haste. And this is a really good skill or whatnot since it doesn't miss. If you're fighting a rogue or whatnot, the haste buff can knock a rogue off its game, knocking off its footwork. So that's very reliable and whatnot, and always 100% sure lowering their haste and raising the damage they receive. Alright, let's talk about the rank 4 passes. Dark Power, increases your strength by 15%. I'm not really too sure why it has a strength buff. I guess for they're not so costly, but the way that a better ability to conserve your mana, increase your strength, more damage to your auto attack with the buffs, doing more damage overall and allowing you to conserve your mana. And the second one is Dark Mark, increases your crit chance by 5%. Now back then, they didn't really have strong crit chance buff. I guess so, 5%, because I believe Paladin has a 5% crit chance buff, or 10%, I'm not too sure, but back then, like Evo Claw Suits, Spike Knock only a 5% crit buff. there's not really a lot of crit buffing Ring 4 passes out there back then than they are right now. Now they evolved to 10%. And I'm pretty sure after the rewrite, they will get buffs as well to be up to par with the newer classes. Alright, let's talk about the last skill. This is my bud Nat's favorite skill right here. Undead Power. 20 mana, 45-second cooldown. Low mana but long cooldown. Magical skill and range status. Basically, this increases your damage output by 75% and your dodge by a lower amount, I believe 20%. So let me hit this on myself and hit this guy right here. See, almost a 1k non-crit. It just basically morphs you into a monster. It's doing a lot more damage than you usually done and increasing your dodge as well. This is really good skill right now. And one thing, this is the first skill that's able to target a friend and whatnot. A very powerful buff that's able to target a friend. So two new tactics was introduced with PaladinSlayer, giving a buff to your friend. Well, not buff. If it was giving a skill to your friend, it would have to be Defender, aka Guardian's Defender's Oath or Guardian's Oath. What's Defender's Oath called now, but as for a straight buff, this is the first class to do it, and the DK, this is the first class to do it. As you see, I'm going to show you all the skills combined and whatnot. You see, boom! 1.1k non-crit. So as you see, this thing is an absolute monster when it's in full offense, doing a lot more damage than it usually does. Now just imagine the DOT with these buffs. It would do probably about 200 DOT max stat. We're going to find out on the boss. But before that, let's talk about the enhancements. This class is very versatile. You can basically experiment with this class. You can either put more strength on, increasing your critical strike damage and raising your auto attack, or go for a magical ability, increasing your dark matter, and the first skill's weapon damage plus magical damage. This increasing your overall damage to your skills plus the magical abilities on the skills itself. You can either go dodge and complement the Undead Power's buff and make you dodge like crazy for the short amount of time to give you the edge in battle, or you can go full luck, increasing your crit chance and critical strike damage and overall abilities with the class. I would prefer more of a luck and Blitz build. Luck is the main key with the low crit chance buff on the Ring 4 passes. I probably prefer more luck to give it the more crit that it needs, or even to go wizard or cool. You just basically find your even flow with this class and whatnot, whatever suits you. Sometimes it also depends on what you're facing. If you want a little bit more dodge, throw a little bit more thief on it. Just whatever you're feeling. That's what I do with this class. So it's very versatile. And you just basically do what you have to do with the class and find the best build for it. Alright guys, so it's time for the solo. We're going to come down here and try to face this darn Dracolich. Believe it or not, I've been here for like an hour and a half trying to kill this Dracolich. 43k health. It's 500 crit, 200 non-crit. With Matt and Solom here. Solom's the leader of our new guild, House of Unity, for the more social side of the group, and House of Umbris more for the PvP. If you have any questions, or if you want to join the social group of House of Unity led by Solom, let me know in the comments, and I'll be sure to tell him directly. So if he kills me this time, this is like the third time for me trying to kill this Dracolich. If he kills me, oh well, the Dracolich wins. I've tried for like an hour and a half trying to kill him. So let's start it up. Yeah guys, so there is it. He's absolutely, incredibly, way too hard. I actually nuked him the first time. Oops. Accidentally nuked him the first time with my passive. And then the second time, I was able to take him down. I guess by sheer luck. Well, as I said before, Solom right here, this dude right here, leading the social group, House of Unity. So if you want to join the social group, he has 50 slots. It's the same as House of Umbris. Maxed out slots. So if you want to join a nice social group he's trying to get up for the sake of our house guilds, let me know in the comments. I'll be sure to link you with him and just let you know that Sync sent you and give you the word. Alright guys, this basically sums up this video. Like and subscribe. Share with all your friends. Next up, PaladinSlayer PvP and Blood Red, and after that maybe another guide, or if I finish that fast enough, Friday comes around with a new release, and I'll be trying to do a walkthrough if there's one sufficient enough or hard enough for me to actually do one. I'm Sync. Catch you guys later. See ya.
I am my father's son, cause he's a phantom, a mystery, and that leaves me nothing. Many times if you wanted to die, it's too late for me. All you had to do is get rid of me.